Hey everybody, Tony D and Little Joan here with the Screenwriter's Rant. Yes, the Screenwriter's Rant is back, and we actually have a movie to talk about. What? Movies? Remember those? It's called Songbird, and there's so little little stuff coming out of theaters. It's kind of uninspired, a lot of it, or it's just leftover stuff. But this movie, Tim Pool was talking about it, and it's about the beer virus. Only it's beer virus 23 instead of 19. And the premise, it's a post-apocalyptic future in which um, people are isolated, like social distancing is like ridiculous, and it's a love story between two people, and the guy's immune, so he's allowed out and about, and she's not, and she's trapped in her apartment, and they're in love, but the world is locked down. Nobody does anything anymore. It's a much worse virus, and you can see here's the city. I don't know, I don't know how this would really be. I think it's awfully sunny for a movie, a post-apocalyptic movie. Demi Moore's in it, which is kind of crazy. There's a lot of people in this movie. Craig Robinson is in it. I forget her name, but she's cute. And so it's like a star-crossed lovers kind of thing, except the government wants to keep everybody locked down. So it sounds like a movie I could get behind, because the bad guys are the government. And you can see all these terrible refugee camps. So, it's really capitalizing on the beer virus lockdown to be a movie, So it's got kind of not too distant technology, which is cool. And you got guys in, let's see if I can get stop. I don't want to play the, yeah. So you got guys in hazmat suits who bust in and find you if you're sick, and they kill you. They take you away, and they kill you, and they burn the body because the disease is so deadly now. Oh, it's producer Michael Bay. I'm sorry, he didn't actually direct it, but guys who are involved, and she of course feels bad for this woman, and she's sick, and so she takes her in, and like the beer virus in this case, it like attacks your brain, so it's really a much worse. So you got the producer of The Quiet Place, like everybody helped produce this movie, and so it takes place in L.A., which Hollywood loves, and see if I can get stop on the villain. Oh, there he is. You remember this guy? He always plays like a Slavic villain. He was actually in this really funny sitcom about an airline that was short-lived on Fox. I forget what it was called, but it was really good. And he played one of the regular passengers who kept going to Vegas. He was on the regular flight, and it was like him and a stripper and a couple other people were always out on the same flight. But I think how this is gonna end. Like she, the guy's trying to save her, and she's trying to escape the government, and they eventually escape everything. And here you got some woman who's using her wiles to seduce a guy who's probably got something in charge. I'm not sure who Demi Moore is in the movie, whether she's related to this girl. Maybe she's the mother or friend or whatever. And you could see everybody's super paranoid, like, get away from me, you're sick. But it could be good. Alexandra Daddario, I guess her name is, and I don't know why it's called Songbird. That doesn't seem like the right name for it. Seems like a movie like this should be called something like Lockdown 2040 or something, or something like that. If it's going to be a serious movie, but they call it a flu movie. I guess that's going to be a new subgenre now. Oh my God, a movie about a disease. Oh, we gotta go check it out. Will this resonate? Is the question. Yeah, I guess it will on a certain level. Um, I don't know. And you can see here are all the people in it. What the hell's his name? And Demi Moore with Paul Walter Hauser and Demi Moore. So Demi Moore's probably not in it that much. She's probably more in the trailer, more in it just to be in the trailer than anything else. But yeah, I mean, I could see it being an okay movie. Not like a movie you're gonna like wait in line for, but a movie you'd see like on some random Saturday if you were dying to go see a movie and nothing else was out. Kind of thing. It's not quite a horror movie, not quite a thriller. But I think ultimately this is going to end up on like a Netflix and a Hulu. That's kind of where it belongs. It's almost on the level of a TV show, like a one-shot TV show almost, because it's kind of a premise you can't sustain beyond the first story. I think it would be just sort of drudgery after this, and you kind of know where it's all going, right? Either they beat the oppressive government entity and the star-crossed lovers meet, or it's a sad, depressing ending where everybody dies. It's either one or the other. It's never. I don't think it'll be anything in between. Or they lead the revolution and stop the lockdown. Hooray! The more paranoid would look at this movie and say, "Oh, they're preparing us, man. They're preparing us for permanent lockdown." No, I think these guys are just taking advantage of the lockdown to make a movie. So would I see it? Meh. I don't know. Probably not. Probably not. This is the kind of movie I'd probably get bored about 15 minutes in. After the initial premise is laid out, I kind of know where the movie's going, right? I mean, you kind of know, and I'd just be like zooming through it. Unless, there were some interesting characters. I mean, Craig Robinson is probably, one of the wacky characters he meets along his journey trying to get to his girlfriend. But beyond that, I don't have a super strong interest in this movie. It's not something that'll pull me in. So I think it's like an okay. It's like a B-list movie to me. It's probably very watchable with a decent cast. But ultimately, I don't think it's gonna like change the world. It's not gonna knock my socks off in terms of, being a big statement about the beer virus, because it probably centers more around the love interest than it does on the government stuff. The government stuff there is just really to give you a villain, and the villain already looks a little bit over the top, so it's not like they're going to really delve into the issues kind of thing. They're just going to sort of give you a cartoon version of a overly oppressive government. So, yeah, I think it would be a decent movie to watch. And that's my assessment based on the trailer. So Songbird, I don't know when it's coming out. I don't know if it'll hit a movie theater or if it'll just be on something on demand, but there you have it. Hopefully, Demi Moore will be topless in her appearance, but I wouldn't hold my breath.